Hey, I'm Joelle. This is Butch Yoga. Welcome to our community class today. So good to be here with y'all. And yeah, just want to let you know what to expect for this class today. So first we're going to, first I'm going to let you know what to expect. And then as we go through, I'll do a short reading from the Tao Te Ching. We'll do some movement. We'll do a short meditation, breathing exercise, and then I'll lead us through a guided relaxation at the end. All right. So for the movement part of class, the way that we'll go through is that I'll describe the exercise and then we'll practice it for like about a minute or two, and I'll do my best to let you know, like, if we just like when we got like a little bit left and, keep you updated on that. And then after each movement that we do, we're going to take a moment to pause and just be with ourselves. Just notice how you feel and like be with that. Take some space to just like rest in the feelings that are coming up for you. All right, so we'll be doing some practices from Kundalini Yoga and Hatha Yoga, whose lineages come from India. And I want to take a moment in acknowledgement, in gratitude for all of the teachers who have passed along this wisdom for us to be able to practice it today, to make it to us. So let's just take a deep breath in like acknowledgement and gratitude for that. Okay. So remember to move in ways that feel good for you. I'll be sharing instructions. Check in with yourself if that seems like something that's a good idea for you to do, in your body, in how you're feeling today. Like check in with yourself. That's a big part of this practice, is practicing listening to yourself in those kinds of ways. Like, what does my capacity feel like right now? Whether that means slowing down or taking a break, or whether it means that your pace wants to go faster than what I am modeling. Like, go with that, like listen to yourself. Let this be really like your practice. And with that, enjoy it. Enjoy this time. This is such special time that you are taking for yourself to really just be with yourself, to take care of yourself in this profound way, to be with your body, to give your mind some more space from everything that's going on. And there's a whole lot going on in the world. And part of how we can show up to it more effectively is by giving ourselves the space to tune into our own strength, to really remember who we are. So centering ourselves in that as we go into this practice. All right. I'm gonna move to my little spot back there and we'll get started with the breathing. All right. So here we go, starting to really get yourself set up now, seated in a comfortable position. Feeling just sitting up tall, top of your head. And as you relax, let your shoulders, let your body relax. And inhale. And exhale, relaxing. Just take a couple deep breaths like that. Just starting to really feel into your breath here. Staying with the breath. Understanding your mind. And we're going to keep breathing like that. Well, make sure everything from the belly chin. Express yourself completely and keep quiet. You know, the force is made. When it blows, there is only wind. When it rains, there is only rain. When the clouds pass, the sun shines through. If you open yourself to the Tao, you are at one with the Tao. And you can embody it completely. If you open yourself to insight, you are at one with insight. And you can use it completely. If you open yourself to loss, you are at one with loss. And you can accept it completely. Open yourself to the Tao. Then trust your natural responses. And everything will fall into place. Taking a deep breath with that. We want to check in because I saw some messages coming in. Okay, got a message that it's hard to hear me. Is anybody else having that issue? Yes, okay. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Oh my gosh, is it? Thank you so much for letting me know. It was my, here we go. That's going, I think that should be better. Now it's in my headphones, and before it was the computer microphone. So of course, when I moved away, it was harder to hear. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna move back and we'll do a check if that's better. How about now? Was that, I see a thumbs up. Yes. Okay, cool. Wow. Okay. Headphone drama. First, I was struggling with them because I needed to just turn them on. So it's always something that just needed to get it, but we got it. Okay. How about I read that again now that you can hear me better? Also, because it's just always good to repeat this so much. So getting ourselves like set up again. That's how it happens. Sometimes we like get thrown off a little. Okay, how can we get ourselves back? And just take a deep breath and get back to it. Okay. So here we go again with the Tao Te Ching, chapter 23. Express yourself completely, then keep quiet. Be like the forces of nature. When it blows, there is only wind. When it rains, there is only rain. When the clouds pass, the sun shines through. If you open yourself to the Tao, you are at one with the Tao, and you can embody it completely. If you open yourself to insight, you are at one with insight, and you can use it completely. If you open yourself to loss, you are at one with loss, and you can accept it completely. Open yourself to the Tao, then trust your natural responses, and everything will fall into place. So just to repeat that last part, open yourself to the Tao, then trust your natural responses, and everything will fall into place. Getting deeply here. And if you're wondering, what is the Tao? Well, that's a whole very big question that just could never really be answered with words. But to give you something, it's like the way that things are, and the more that we can tune into that and tune into ourselves, it's like everything will fall into place. Okay. With that, let's get into some movement here. Okay. So we're going to start off a little bit slower, a little bit more gentle, and work our way up. So we're going to begin sitting up tall, just turning our neck. So inhaling, turning your neck to look to the left, and exhaling as you turn your neck to look to the right. Really slow and gentle, especially with these first rounds.
Keeping the movement with the breath. Remembering to sit up tall. Really tuning into the feeling of how it feels to be moving your neck. We'll go a few more rounds here. Making this your last round. And coming back to center. Sitting up tall here, you can have your eyes closed for a moment. Relax your shoulders. And breathe deeply here. Tuning your attention to the area around your neck. Noticing how your neck feels. Taking one more deep breath here. And getting ready for our next movement. Going to bring it down a little to the shoulders, loosen them up. We can hold so much tension here, so it's so important to practice this movement. So what we're gonna do is inhale, bring the left shoulder up, and exhale, let that one go and bring the right shoulder up. So we get a little like kind of bounce going like this with the breath, and you can start slower. Starting to really feel into what it feels like around your shoulders. Noticing the areas of tension and just noticing them, breathing into them. Okay, before we take a break, we're just gonna switch it up here and do both shoulders now. So inhaling both shoulders up and exhaling, dropping them, letting them go. We're gonna practice that for about a minute here. So inhaling both shoulders up and exhale, let them go. Gonna speed up the pace a little. You can keep going slow if you want, or you can try it faster with me. Last little bit. And inhale, both shoulders up, leave them up. Holding here for a moment. Tense, tense. And exhale, release, relax. Take them out a little. And coming to stillness. To observe. To notice how it feels around your shoulders now. What do you feel? Do you feel any difference compared to before? Okay. We are going to stand up now. All right. We're going to stand up now. Let's see if you can still see me. Almost. Okay. Just going to adjust that a little. Nope, a little more. All right. So from here, we're going to be standing with our legs not super wide apart, but a little wider apart than just how you might usually stand. And from here, we're going to bring our arms out across like this, palms facing down. And then actually, I think legs a little wider apart. Yeah, that's better. And you can adjust what feels right for you. Find what feels right for you. And from here, we're not just going to stand like this. We are going to be reaching one hand down to the opposite foot. So bending down, or, if not the foot, by your ankle, by your knee, just reaching down in that direction. And the other arm comes up behind you. And then standing back up so that you're in the original position and coming down with the other hand down towards the opposite foot. So that other arm comes up behind you. We're going to keep going like that. Inhaling as we come up to the middle and exhaling as we go down to one side. Inhaling up to the middle and exhaling down to the other side. Starting off slower here. As you're feeling more warmed up, start to move a bit faster, increase the rate of the breath. Staying with your body as you go through this movement. Go a little bit more here. Making this your last one. And coming up, you can return to a more neutral standing position. And just standing still here for a moment. Noticing how you feel. Feeling the stillness after all of that movement. And just resting here. Feeling your breath settle down. Again, to movement. All right. Okay. So we are going to be starting in about the same position as before. Legs a little closer together, but the arms spread out like this. And what we're going to do, hang on, I'm going to kneel down so you can just see better, but we're going to be doing this standing, but I don't know how to make my camera taller. Okay, so we'll be standing like this, and then one arm comes down, the other one comes up over. So you do a little side stretch like this. And then coming back to the neutral position, other arm comes down, other arm comes over, and stretching to the side. And so we're going to keep going like that, coming back to this neutral position, and then one arm comes down, the other one comes up and over, which gives you a side stretch. Be gentle with yourself, especially as we're just starting with this, to just give yourself a gentle stretch. Feel into what's the right level of stretch for your body. We'll go a few more here. Okay, and let both arms come down. And just taking a moment to rest here, to be with your body. Notice how it feels. And from here, let's come to sitting down. Okay. So the next 3 exercises, movements that we'll be doing are a set that are from Kundalini Yoga, and it's known as a Kriya, which this one is named Kriya for strengthening the aura. So I want to talk about that for like just a minute before we get into it, because it's like strengthening the aura. What does that mean? And so real quick to talk about the aura, like what that means. Different people will maybe mean different things when they talk about it. Maybe they mean like some kind of colors that they can see around you or something. That's not really what we're talking about now. It's more what I'm talking about when talking about the aura is the electromagnetic field that is around us, that we are electrical beings, electromagnetic beings. That's part of how our systems work. I think one of the best ways to like really realize that is if you think about a defibrillator, you know, those like electrical paddles that you can do if like someone's heart stops, you know, and you can like charge them up with electricity. They're like clear, and then like the person's like, whoa. And then sometimes their heart starts again is what happens because they just like zap it with enough electricity. And the heart is an electromagnetic organ, and we can't work with it so directly like we can with the breath. You know, like I could you know, we could do a breathing exercise and I can tell you like, okay, inhale for this long and like, you know, then hold your breath. You can't do that with your heart. We don't have that level of direct influence, which is probably for the best. But we can influence it in ways like through the breath, like indirectly, that we can influence our heart rate. You know, if you start breathing faster, your heart rate will increase, or if you start breathing slower, your heart rate will slow down. So the next 3 exercises that we're going to be doing are specifically focused to work on yourself in this way of strengthening your aura, strengthening your electromagnetic field. So as we're going through, as we're in the moments of like noticing between the exercises also, see if you can tune into that. See if you can like what you can notice, if you notice any kind of like electromagnetic feelings. Like it's it's not something that is really so easy to talk about in words, but that's why we do these practices, so you can have an experience, see what it feels like for you. Okay. Um, that is plenty of talking about it. Let's get to doing it. All right. So the first exercise is the most intense of this set. Hang on, adjust my camera here. There we go. All right. First exercise, the most intense one. So you can get ready for that. Also, yeah, I'll share a different way that you can do it depending on what's feeling right for you now. Okay, so first one, it's like, what do I share first? Okay, first I'll share one version, and then if you're like, no, that's not the version for me, there's another version coming, so hang tight. First version, we're going to come into like a triangle kind of position, as much as you can make yourself like a triangle. If that's, and then from here, I'm just going to demonstrate real quick before we go into it so you know what the options are. So from here, from the triangle position, lift one leg into the air, and we're going to do push-ups here, like this, like at an angle. Okay, so, and then we'll switch legs. So again, just demonstrating, if you're like, nope, that's not what I'm doing, you can do it from your knees. You can do it on your knees. Just try to give yourself that angle with your arms so it's not as much like in a like tabletop position, but you want your arms like a little more forward so you can still do like that push-up movement from your knees. And you could also, if you want to like be on your knees but still give it like a little extra intensity, you could try to like lift one knee and do it like that. And that's still, woo, yeah, that gives you a lot to work with. Okay, so you can choose which way you want to do that and get yourself set up. Also, you're free to change depending on how it goes for you. You can try both ways. All right. I'm gonna try it not on my knees, and we're gonna see how that goes for me. Okay. So here, I lift one leg up and doing some push-ups here. Exhaling as you go down, inhaling up. Do a little bit more here. Okay, and you can come to resting on your knees for a moment, taking some deep breaths. Noticing how you feel. Noticing how your heart feels. Taking another deep breath here. And we're gonna do it again with whichever leg you had up in the air. We're gonna switch legs. So coming back into your position, whether you're on your knees and doing it here or on your feet, getting set up. Okay. And bringing the other leg into the air. And here we go. Lowering your head towards the ground. Lifting yourself back up. A little bit more. And coming to rest on the knees again. Breathing deeply here. How you feel. Arms feel. Where it feels. Okay. And come back into a cross-legged sitting position or whatever sitting position is most supportive for you. Taking a moment here. And getting ready for our next move. 2 more moves in this set. And like I said, the one we just did was kind of like the most intense one. So a little bit easier from here. All right. Just kind of, this one's a little tricky to get set up with, but we're going to do it. Okay. So going to be sitting. Going to extend your left arm forward so that your palm is facing towards the right. Yeah. And then with the other arm, right arm, stick it out, palm down, bring it under this arm, and then drop your thumb towards the ground. So the thumb of the right hand, and then it's going to hold the other hand from behind, which if it feels a little awkward, that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It's kind of like a weird position. It's like really kind of strange, but that's what we got here. And so from here, we're going to leave our arms out like this, and we're going to inhale up about 60 degrees, not all the way up, but about like halfway. And exhale, bring them down. And again, not bringing them down so much, we're just bringing them back to shoulder level. So the range of motion isn't so much. It's just from here to about here. So just like a little bit above your line of sight, and then down to parallel with the floor. So inhaling as we bring the arms up and exhaling down. I'm going to keep going like this for about a minute. You want more intensity, you can do it faster. If you want a little less intensity, you can do it slower. A few more here. And inhale the arms up. Hold here for a moment. And exhale, release the hands. Let your arms sweep out. Let your hands rest in your lap. Take some deep breaths here. Notice how you feel. One more deep breath here. All right, and for our last movement of this set, I think, personally, I think this one gives me the most like aura feelings. And you can, notice what that's like for you. I really like this one. I think it's also just kind of the simplest. Hang on. So for this one, we are going to have our arms spread out. Make sure you've got space. I'm going to move a little bit here. Give myself some more space. So make sure you have space around you to move your arms just like fully. Yeah. Because what we're going to do, so sitting, just how you're sitting, we're going to bring our arms in front of us with a space of about 6 inches between them, palms facing each other, and inhale, swinging the arms out and back as much as you can too. And exhale, bring them forward back to this original position with about 6 inches between. So we're going to keep going like that. Inhaling, open wide, and exhaling, bringing the arms back towards each other. Spread the fingers wide here too. Really feel through this space around you. Feel your presence, your energy moving through this space around you. A little bit more here. And this last time you bring your hands towards each other, hold them near each other. Don't let them meet yet, but hold them near each other. And feel the space between your hands. Bring your attention to the space between your hands and noticing what you feel there. What your attention feels like in that space. And inhale deeply. And relax the arms. You can shake them out. Ooh. Let your hands rest in your lap. And breathe deeply here. Notice how you feel. Notice how it feels being in your aura, being in your electromagnetic field. Right. So we're going to do a short meditation now, and breathing exercise. It's going to be a different one than what I had planned. What I had planned was one where we were going to like hold our arms out, and I'm like, no, we held our arms out enough today. we can take a break from that for now. So the meditation that we'll do is to work with our hearts more. It's called Meditation for a Calm Heart, and it's really good for helping to build more resilience in our hearts, like when challenging things come up, which they do all the time. So it helps to work with that, to like build up our capacity for being with ourselves, for like letting our heart know, like, hey, I'm here for you. So that's like what we'll be doing with this meditation in a very real way. I know it sounds so abstract, like working with the heart, but like it's you'll probably feel it, like that's one thing I love about this meditation. It like really makes me feel my heart. So enough talking about it. Let's get to it. The way we're going to set ourselves up is sitting in a comfortable position for you. Can be how you are right now, or if you want to make any adjustments. And we'll have the left hand is going to be over your heart, just pointing like towards the right. So just have that hand there. The right hand, we're going to have the pointer finger and the thumb touching. The other fingers are pointing up. And we're going to have the elbow down. So it's just hands just right like there. Okay. Looks like you got it. And then from here, going to inhale and hold the breath in for as long as feels like you can comfortably hold it. You don't want to push it to straining here. It's not about like how long you can hold the breath, but just holding it for as long as you comfortably can. And then exhaling. And then holding the breath out. Again, not to the point of straining or gasping, but just holding it out for as long as you comfortably can. And then inhaling. And we're going to keep going like this. Just inhaling and holding the breath in, and then exhaling and holding the breath out. Not to the point of strain, just so it's enough that it gives you a little something to feel. And as you hold your breath for those moments between, really tune into your heart, really notice how much you can connect with your heart here. What does it mean to connect with your heart? Just for now, just feel it beating. Just notice it. Just listen to it. And go a little bit more here. And of course, if at any time you need to, you can return to your normal breath. Make this your last round. And you can really and take a moment here to notice, just to be with this feeling. And make your way to a more comfortable position, whether that's a supported seat or if you want to lie down. I'm going to lie down. Get ready for guided relaxation here. Mm. So setting yourself up to be really comfortable here on the floor. As comfortable as you can make yourself so that you can just relax here. Making any last adjustments you need to. So you can fully relax. And bring your attention to your head. And let it relax. Let your scalp relax. Your forehead. Feel it relax. Your face. Your eyes. The muscles around your eyes. Feel it relax. Your nose. Your cheeks. Relax. Your mouth. The muscles around your mouth. Relax. Your chin. Your jaw. Relax. Your neck and throat. Let them be soft and relaxed. Your ears. Relax. The back of your head. Back of your neck. Relax. Your shoulders. Both shoulders. Feel them relax. Your arms. Both of your arms. Your upper arms. Relax. Feel your elbows. Relax. Your forearms. Relax. Your hands. Your wrist. Your fingers. Let them relax. The back of the body. Your upper back. Feel it relax. Your mid back. Relax. Your lower back. Totally relax. Feel the back of your body. Relax. The front of your body. Your collarbone. Your chest. Your ribs. Relax. Your belly. Soft and relax. Your hips. All around your hips. Relax. Your thighs. Feel your thighs totally relax. Your knees, both knees. Relax. your calves, your lower legs, around, soften your ankles, feel your ankles and your feet, tops of your feet, your heels, the soles of your feet, and your toes, relax all of your toes. Feel your whole body feel completely relaxed, relaxed down. Yourself, feel completely relaxed. Totally relaxed. Gently starting to move the fingers, toes. Make circles with your wrist and ankle, both directions. Stretch your arms out long overhead. Fingers long. Point your toes stretching out long, long. And draw your knees into your chest. You can give yourself a little rock back and forth, side to side. Make circles with your knees here. And when you're feeling ready, making your way back up to seated. Wow. Sitting up again. And appreciating what we just did here. Take some breaths here in gratitude now for these teachings. Breathing in gratitude for this space that we can meet together and share these practices together. To be in community with each other as we share. And breathing in gratitude for yourself, for choosing to show up here, for choosing to do this for yourself, deciding to take care of yourself in this way. Really breathe in some gratitude for yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining for this practice. It's just so beautiful to get to share it with each other. So amazing. Just like really best way to get the weekend started. So just real quick reminders that can do this with us. Every weekend, we'll be keeping these classes going on Saturday at the same time. And for everybody here live, you already figured out how to sign up, so you can do that again. And for everybody watching the recording, you can find a link to sign up for a live class in the Butch Yoga Instagram bio. I think also in the YouTube description here. I'm going to have that set up. Also, these classes are free and by donation for everyone who made a donation already through Eventbrite. Thank you so much for doing that. That's like so awesome. Thank you. If you still want to do that, you can do that through Venmo or PayPal. You can find Butch Yoga there. You can also find links through the Instagram bio. Also, you do not need to make a donation. It is totally not required to be here or to watch this. Just really so happy to get to share this practice with you. All right. So with that, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much to everybody who's like joining for the recording. And I'll see you next time.